The HY-115 pump is used to power hydraulic torque wrenches. For best bolting results, carefully follow all setup, operations, and safety guidelines. Inspect the pump and all components for any signs of physical wear or damage. Check the power cord, remote control assembly, and remote cord for any signs of damage. Check to ensure the fan's vents are clear to allow proper airflow. Check the gauge calibration sticker. If more than 1 year has passed, contact HYTORC. Add oil through the fill port until the level reaches the middle of the upper sight glass. 32 grade oil is recommended. Check local conditions to ensure proper grade oil is used. Verify that the available AC power supply matches the pump requirements. An extension cord, if used, should be at least 12 gauge and 50 feet maximum length. Verify that all LED lights are on and showing green. Press and release the green button on the remote to turn the pump motor on. Turn the pressure lock nut onto the regulator knob counterclockwise until regulator knob moves freely. Check that pressure builds to 10,000 PSI by holding the green button and slowly turning the regulator knob clockwise. Release the green button when pressure reaches 10,000 PSI. The gauge should return to the minimum of 1,500 PSI. Cycle the pump several times with the green button to ensure the pump cycles to maximum and minimum pressure. Check for leaks as the pump is cycled. Never use a pump that leaks. Press the red button to complete setup and turn the pump off. HYTORC pumps come with standard 15-foot hoses. For hoses longer than 15 feet, contact your local HYTORC representative. Check the hose rating and always use hoses labeled for 10,000 PSI. Inspect hoses to ensure there are no cuts or worn spots. Inspect black strain relief caps for damage. Ensure they cover the transition from hose to connectors with no gaps. Examine couplers on the pump and hoses to ensure they are clean and free of debris. Inspect couplers to confirm check ball fittings are in place to prevent pressure leaks should a coupler come loose. Check female couplers to ensure they are equipped with O-rings and that the O-rings are free of damage. Connect and hand tighten the hose couplers to the pump. Avoid using tools to tighten hose connections, as this could damage a coupling. If the connectors encounter threading resistance, re-clean and try threading again. Hoses should be connected male to female and female to male. Connect the hoses to the hydraulic wrenches the same way. Check that couplers are fully seated with no gaps between the female collar and the male shoulder face. If daisy chaining hoses, use only an odd number of hoses to preserve coupler orientation. Turn on the HY-115 pump and check all connections for leaks. Turn off the pump until ready to set the pressure. HYTORC hydraulic wrenches are calibrated over a range of pressures and are supplied with a torque conversion chart. To achieve a target torque, select the required pump pressure from the chart. Pressure is shown in both PSI and bars. Torque is listed in foot-pounds, kilogram meters, and Newton meters. As an example for an ICE-1 tool with a target torque of 525 foot-pounds, the required pump pressure is 4,000 PSI. To adjust the pump pressure, start by loosening the lock nut until the regulator knob turns freely. Turn on the pump motor by pushing and releasing the green button. Next, push and hold the green button. Slowly turn the regulator knob clockwise. The hydraulic pressure indicated on the gauge will rise. For the most accurate result, always adjust the regulator pressure up, never down. When the gauge reaches the desired PSI, stop turning the knob and let the gauge settle. If pressure rises beyond the required level, release the button and turn regulator knob counterclockwise to reduce pressure. Press and hold the green button while turning the regulator knob clockwise until pressure reaches the desired level. Press the red button to complete setting pressure and turn the pump off. Tighten the lock nut under the regulator knob to lock the pump pressure. Once target pressure is set and locked, cycle the pump once more, ensuring your pressure setting did not change as you lock the regulator knob. The HY-115 can be powered off until you are ready to begin bolting operations.